All right, everybody, good afternoon. It is noon on the dot, which means we can go ahead and get this party started. Welcome, everybody. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. Coming to you live again with another Workout Wednesday. Nice workout right in the middle of the week. What we're going to get into here today, guys, is basically another EMOM. What we're going to be doing is descending intervals. So we're going to go from more work to less work as we go on. We're going to be doing 6 different intervals for about 3 rounds. So I'm going to get into exactly what we're going to do. I'll drop the workout in the chat. We'll get into the warm up. We'll work out. We'll cool down, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so to start, what we're going to be doing is some push-ups. Now, you guys are probably maybe rolling your eyes, but push-ups are a great part of the Balanced Workout Wednesday. So what we're going to be doing today is just the standard push-up movement. And what we're going to do is give it a kind of a tempo. We're going to stop basically in an isometric position every 3 reps. So whether you're doing this from the knees or the toes, we're going to come down, elbows not brushing the sides, but near to them, 2 regular reps. And then on that 3rd rep, we're going to pause and then push away from the ground. So it only really has to be a 1 or 2 second pause. We just want to make sure we can really kind of lock in those chest muscles and those triceps and really build that strength up. Next up, we're going to be doing some skipping or marching. So that's going to require us to come up onto our feet. Now, if you're in a place where skipping isn't an option, what we're going to do is just drive those knees up to hip level. You can swing the arms opposite as well, core tight, we're nice and tall. And then with the skipping, it's just a double tap on the ground with the ball of the foot. With this one, we're trying to keep the heel up as well as stay nice and tall, knees also coming up to about hip level. Next up, we're going to get into a one-sided leg thing. We're going to do reverse lunge with the knee drive. So we're going to start with that right leg first. That right foot is going to be planted. We're going to step back into our reverse lunge, loading up that front hip. And then we're going to end with that left knee driven forward. My right glute is squeezed pretty hard. I'm up nice and tall, and that left knee is right up around hip level. So we're going to continue to do that. Again, using the foot to kind of grip the ground, doing a little balance at the end. If you guys have balance worries, I recommend standing near a piece of furniture or a wall, just so you can kind of regain that balance and put a hand on something if you feel the need. We're going to be doing the left side after that. Following, we're going to be doing some Primal Press to Pike. So this is a little bit different than our usual plank to Pike. We're going to start in that quadruped plank with the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. We're going to push down through those toes to get our knees up. And from here, we're going to extend our legs, push our heads through that gap in between our arms here. Arms are locked out. And then we're going to bring ourselves all the way back down into that starting position, knees not touching the ground in between reps. So core's got to stay really tight. We got to make sure we bring those shoulder blades away from the ears as we come down into that quadruped position. Last but not least, we're going to be doing some alternating lateral squats. So we're going to have to develop a stance that's a little bit wider than normal, but wide or narrow enough, I should say, that we can keep our whole foot on the ground, arches up comfortably, or toes down, I should say, comfortably. We're going to bend one leg, move the hips out, knees going to drive out, and we're going to load up one leg and come back to the middle, squeezing those glutes. Same thing, other side. Like we're going to sit down on a stool, and then we're just going to alternate, and that will be our final interval for the workout. All right, you guys, give me one moment. I'm going to drop the workout in the chat here, and then we will get going. All right, there we go. Workouts in the chat. If you guys missed anything or are curious just about what we're doing, go ahead and check out the chat. I'm gonna drop it one more time because I think Sue just joined us. Welcome, everybody. All right, guys, so what we're going to be doing next, let's go ahead and get into our warm-up. Now, for this workout, we're not really gonna need any particular equipment besides just some space, some water so we can stay hydrated. There are a couple things that if you wanna hold on to something out front that will help load up our leg movements. But besides that, we're keeping it simple today. Let's come to the bottom of our space. So we got some space in front of us. We're going to start with the quick dynamic runner stretch. Let's push those hips back like we're trying to touch a wall behind us. letting the upper body just kind of hang down, dead weight here towards the ground. Take a breath here in this position. Might be a little tight. Let's bend those knees, get those hands to the ground. We're gonna walk those hands out now until we're in a nice stable plank position. Let's take a deep breath here, strong exhale. Finding those core muscles, big lunge with that left foot. That left foot's gonna land outside that left hand. Keeping that back leg straight or doing your best to keep that back leg straight. We're gonna twist, reach up towards the ceiling or sky with that left hand, looking past that thumb, turning the head as much as we comfortably can. Take a breath here. Make sure you can own this position. And then once you've done that, let's bring that left hand back to the ground. We're gonna return that left foot back to meet the right. Same deal on the right side now. So big lunge with that right. It's gonna come outside that right hand. Keeping that back left leg straight. We're gonna twist, reach up towards the ceiling. Turning our heads to look past that thumb. Warming up these shoulders. All right, let's bring that right hand back down. Right foot is gonna return to meet that left. Let's push ourselves up into downward dog or a pike position real quick, just to continue to warm those shoulders up. Make sure those elbows are locked out. Core is tight, we can breathe here. And then let's start to slowly walk those hands back in towards the feet. Now, do whatever you need to do, bend those knees to make it happen. Let's continue to breathe, straighten out those legs, and then we'll slowly roll ourselves up, stacking one vertebrae at a time on top of each other. Head, neck, and shoulders, last things to come up. So give yourself a little shoulder roll there at the top if you're feeling it. Next up, let's go ahead and get into some simple air squats. So getting into our stance, you want to screw those feet into the ground, maybe spread the ground apart a little bit with our feet, keeping those arches up. We're going to unlock those knees, hips, and ankles at the same time, like we're going to sit down in a chair. Coming down, and then we're pushing through the whole foot to come back up using those glutes and those quads. Let's do a few more here. Try and sit down there as long as you comfortably can. Good job, you guys, good job. Last one coming up here. Good work, everybody, good work. Let's come back up, good job. Shake those legs out, shake those hips out. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the timer. We're gonna go ahead and get going with the workout. So like I said before, it's descending intervals today. We're gonna start with a lot of work per minute, and then we're gonna whittle it down to 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest for each minute in that third round. So about 18 minutes of work. All right, starting with those push-ups. Let's get ready to go. We're gonna start here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So standard push-up here today, guys. The only thing that is special is every third rep, we're pausing at the bottom, really locking in that contraction. There we go. We really want to feel a lot of chest here. Squeeze through those armpits as well, just to make sure our shoulder blades are where they need to be, away from the ears. And if it works for you just to have, you know, those 3 reps and the third one being the hardest one, and then we take a little break, that's totally fine. Got a lot of time to work here in this first round. I want to make sure that these reps, it's always quality over quantity. Almost done here, you guys. And time. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, quick rest. We're up on our feet. Up next, it's either the skip or the march, whatever is most appropriate for you here today. Let's get it going. Now, whether we're skipping or marching, knees are coming up to about hip level. And if you're skipping, try to make that heel not touch the ground. Want to stay really light on our feet. We're nice and tall. Oh, good job, you guys. About 20-ish seconds left. Keep that core tight, but let's stay tall. I know it's really easy to get crunched over in that upper body. Act like we got a string pulling us up towards the ceiling. 10 more seconds, let's go. Good job, everybody. Good job. And time. All right, guys, take a deep breath, rest, relax. Up next is our reverse lunge with that knee drive. So we're starting with the right leg. Right foot is gonna stay planted. Here we go. Let's step back with that left. And then we're coming up, finishing with that knee up around hip level and that right glute squeezed really hard. Good job, you guys. Remember, we don't have to go fast here. I'd rather us take it a little bit slower and just lock in that form. Every time we want to end nice and tall, right glute squeezed hard. That's what's going to keep our pelvis nice and stable at the top. Keeping the hands on the hips also helps me out as well. Good job, everybody. Good job. All the weight in that front right leg as we move. Nicely done. And time. Good job, everyone. Okay, quick rest. It's the same thing on the other side coming up next. Make sure you got your space behind you. Left foot's planted. Here we go. Good. We might be a little more shaky here. If your left side is maybe not your dominant side, take it slow. Use that foot. Good job, everybody. Good job. Big left glute squeezes every time at the top. We're loading up that leg as we step back with the right. Good work, guys. Good work. Breathing as we go, taking little breaks if we need to. Stay tall at the end there. Good. Almost done here, you guys. We got one more rep. And time. Nice work. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. We're on the ground next. Primal press to pike. 3, 2, 1. Let's find that starting position first. So that's hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We push down through the toes, and then we can push ourselves up into that pike position. Back down. We got the shoulders in the right place. Good job, you guys. Core is really tight. We're squeezing it. Try not to let those knees touch the ground unless you're resting. Good work, guys. Good work. There we go. Nicely done, you guys. Nicely done. Gotta own those two positions, both the pike and our primal press or our quadruped plank. Good job, you guys. Try and keep that back as straight as possible. And time. Well done. Okay, let's come up onto our feet. Last thing of this first round, it's our alternating lateral squat. So wide stance, toes pointed forward. Here we go. Going to one side first, getting as deep as we can, keeping that core tight and that back nice and flat. Want to let that other leg get nice and straight. All that weight just on one side at a time. Good job, you guys. We're using those quads, but also those glutes as we come back up to the middle. Focusing on just loading one side at a time. Good job, you guys. Good job. We also want those knees driving outwards over the second toes. Don't want them collapsing over the arches here. Do the best you can. Focus on that quality. We got a couple more reps. Good, and time. All right, everybody, this is our final 10-second rest period. Up next, same thing, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. We're starting with those push-ups. Here we go. Find the ground. Every third rep, it's that pause. Remember, quality here, guys. That's what we're looking for. Nice chest squeeze. Squeeze through those armpits as well. We don't want the elbows brushing up against our sides. We also don't want them way up here. Somewhere right in the middle, about 45 degrees. It's typically going to be our sweet spot. Nice work, everybody. We got about 5 seconds left. Let's keep it going. And time. There we go. Nice work, everybody. Okay, it's the skip or the march coming up next. Let's find our feet. We got a little bit more time to rest. Maybe grab some water. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Skipping or marching here, you guys. I'm gonna go with the march this round. Core is tight. I'm really up nice and tall. And if it's appropriate for where you guys are at, put a little bit of force in the ground. Let the ground know that you are there. And let them know it's Workout Wednesday. We're moving. Strong exhales are gonna help us keep the core tight. Gonna help us find all that tension. Well done, you guys. Less than 10 seconds to go. And time. There we go, guys. Shake it out. Good job. Okay, reverse lunge with that knee drive up next. So we're starting with the right foot, just like in round 1. Let's plant it. Make sure you got some room behind you. Here we go. Step back, load up that right leg. And we're coming up nice and tall, ending with that left knee driven in front. Good job, guys. Good job. I know balance is tough. Feet are going to be burning after this one, but do the best you can. Spend a second or two up in that tall ending position so we can really find that glute. Whoa. And find our balance, possibly. Good job, you guys. If you feel yourself wiggling around, it's okay to reset. 1 rep at a time. Last one coming up here. And time. Nicely done. Okay, right leg is in the books. We got to do the left side for round 2 here. All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. That left foot is planted. Good. Good job, you guys. We're ending nice and tall. Good, doing our best with the balance here. Grip the ground with that foot. Good job, guys, good job. We're loading up that front leg as we step back. Should all be in that front leg. Good job, everybody, good job. Find that glute squeeze immediately. Do your best. And time. All right. We're down to the ground, guys. It's the Primal Press to Pike up next. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Find that good starting position first by pushing down through those toes. Knees come up a little bit. Now we can start to move. Make sure we're coming back down into a position where the weight is evenly distributed and our back is not super rounded. Got to have the core tight. Don't let that back get super rounded just because we're going back and forth between this Pike position and that Primal Press. You guys can see yourself in any type of reflection. Keep yourselves honest with that back. It's really easy to get rounded with this one. Almost done though. And time. Good job, you guys. Rest those knees. Great work, everybody. Okay, last thing of this second round, it's our alternating lateral squat. Let's find that wide stance. Again, whole foot attached to the ground, toes pointed forward like we're standing on some train tracks. Here we go. Pushing those knees out, hips go back, and we're coming right back to the middle. Good job, you guys, good job. This is where holding something kind of heavy in front of you will help kind of displace your center of gravity, make it a little bit easier probably to go a little bit lower. And it's gonna add some resistance to that one leg as we alternate here. Well done, guys, well done. Keep pushing those knees out, feet stay on the ground. Good work, everybody, good work. Good, and time. All right, you guys, hardest work is arguably over. Round 3 coming up. We got 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for each interval. We're gonna get started with our push-ups here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, you guys. Final round. Show me what you got. Pause in that low position. We should feel some tension right through the middle of our chest. Good job, you guys. Good job. Way to work. One or 2 second pause. We got about 10 seconds. Let's keep working. Good job, everybody. And time. All right, everybody, longer rest period. Take a moment on the ground if you need to. You got about 15 seconds before we stand up for our skip or march. All right, guys, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Skipping or marching. Last time we're gonna do it. Good. If you're skipping, double tap the ground with the balls of the feet. We want to be projecting ourselves straight up instead of forwards or backwards. We're thinking about the balls of those feet coming down right directly under us, right below our hips. We don't want to have the balls of our feet land behind us or to the side necessarily. That's going to send us whichever way. So try and keep it right under. 3, 2, 1, and we are done with that one. Good job, you guys. All right, way to keep that heart rate high. We're going into our reverse lunge with that knee drive up next. All right, just like our other 2 rounds, let's plant that right foot. Here we go, stepping back with the left. Let's start. Loading up our hips. By now, maybe that balance is a little bit easier, maybe not because we're tired. Either way, we're just trying to find that really strong glute squeeze at the top. Good job, everybody, good job. Do the best you can. It's okay if we wobble and then have to reset, that's all right. See, I just did it right there. A few more seconds, guys. Let's get in one more rep. And that's time. Well done, everybody. Okay, left foot is up next. Last time we got to do it. Let's plant that left foot, make sure it's in a good position so we can grip the ground. Let's continue to breathe. We still got some rest time left. Take advantage of it. Grab water if you need it. All right, guys, here we go. Left foot's planted. We're stepping back. Ending with that left glute squeeze. We're up nice and tall. Good job, everybody. Good job. Good. Way to improve. Good job, you guys. Use that foot. Grip the ground. Good. Keep those toes involved. Whoa. Good job, everybody. We got about 10 seconds left. Let's continue to move. Even if we're not moving fast, we're just dialing it in. Good, last one. And time, there we go. Nicely done, everybody, nicely done. Okay, it's our primal press, it's our lateral squat, and then we're done with this one. Home stretch here. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's find that good primal press. Starting position, drive down through those toes. We're making sure that back is not rounded when we come back into our starting position. Big exhale, keeping that core tight is what's gonna help coming back down into that primal press. And also maybe just some visual feedback. If you can look in the mirror or your reflection in the computer. That's what we're gonna help ourselves. And that's what we can do when we're working out on our own. Well done, everybody. Well done. Last rep here and time. Last time we got to do those. Nice work, everybody. Okay, lateral squat to finish it off. Let's find our stance. You got about 10 more seconds of rest. Do with that what you will. All right, guys, here we go. Final 40 seconds. Loading up one side at a time, keeping those arches up and pushing those knees out to the side each time. Good job. Do your best to keep those feet pointing straight. It's okay if they waver a little bit, the toes come out a little bit. We don't want the toes to come in at all. Do your best to load up that whole leg. Feel everything squeeze, and we're coming back to the middle with the glute squeeze. Good, couple more reps to go. Home stretch here. Last one, and time. Good job, everybody, good job. All right, that is the end of the workout. Let's take advantage of our final, just 10 seconds of rest. Take a moment to stand up, grab some water if you need to, just walk around the room for a moment. All right, everybody, so still got some time left for the cool down. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start in standing, open up that upper body a little bit. All those push-ups. I know my chest definitely gets tight from those. Let's take those hands, interlace the fingers behind the back. Hands are gonna get really heavy. As we pull those shoulder blades back and together, make sure that they're also being pulled down. Find some tension in the glutes and the core, and then we're just gonna breathe into our torso here, sending a lot of that air to the front so we can stretch out our chest muscles and some of those core muscles as well. If it's comfortable, we can begin to look up towards the ceiling. Further, just opening up the chest, front of the shoulders, maybe even a little bit of that neck stuff. Good job, everybody. Definitely hard to keep this one going when you got sweaty hands, but do the best you can. Focus on that breathing. We're gonna calm ourselves down just in time for lunge. Good job, guys. Good job. Let's do one more big breath. Good job, everybody. Okay, slowly we can release those hands. Let's come down to the ground. We're gonna grab one knee here and get into our nice hip flexor stretch. With all those knee drives and the skips and everything, our hip flexors were heavily used during this workout. So I got my left knee down. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze that left glute, pull the belly button in towards the spine, and then push the hips forward just to find a medium stretch. Once you guys find it, maintain that glute squeeze. And as we stretch here, you guys, today is September 1st. Probably something that's been brought to everyone's attention is the 20-year anniversary of 9/11 coming up here in a couple weeks. Let's take a moment, relax, we'll switch it over. So right knee down now. In order to benefit the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, Exos is returning with the 9/11 Stair Climb, super fun event that we did last year, which includes either walking or running, 9.11K, I believe. You can bike 9.11 miles, or you can do about 1,300 feet, or I believe it's 13,000 feet of elevation on some kind of stair climber or staircase. We're doing this and collecting money for this really good cause and to help out the families that have been lost, or families who have been affected by firefighters dying in the line of duty. So if you're looking for the links to register and sign up, you can find those on our Exos Slack channel, as well as our SharePoint site. Looking forward to that event, looking forward to seeing the funds that we can raise and how we can just remember all those who lost their lives 20 years ago on the 11th. All right, you guys, thanks for being here with me. Thank you for listening. Keep stretching if you'd like, but that is all the time I have left for this session. It is 12:30 on the dot. I'm gonna let you guys go to get to the rest of your days. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Don't forget, we also do have a stretch break later today at 3 p.m. That is with me. Hope to see you guys there. Take care, everybody.